Hey guys, this is Armani again. So someone made a comment to the my last video about Confucius. I think maybe almost 80%, 70%. Nowadays there are so many people who care about real history, like truth up to history of Far East. But most of Korean really reacts like this. Maybe the people who is not my subscriber will just watch my video and say, maybe they might leave the comment like this, but they would just like think that way. Even same as the person who made a comment to my video and they just maybe skip it. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it for you. It said maybe there's a possibility Confucius is dongyi, not people of Han. But you cannot say that all Koreans are from dongyi, or we are not like equal with the dongyi people. And then he said, in like mainland China, there's like just mixing and mingle together, and then every ethnic is like mixed. So he's thinking there's not many connection, relation between like dongyi people and us. So he asked me not to try to connect with dongyi and us, like Korean. But so I'm going to tell you about dongyi. Actually, this person may, I mean, most of them they don't really search about it. I mean, the reason why they react like this because they learn from school when they were in school. So in Korea, when they teach about like Korean history, they told them that in like 2000, more than over 2000 or 3000 years, we just stayed in peninsula. We didn't go like outside of peninsula. Maybe we could just have a trade with the other world, like reach to the Islamic and maybe like really far from us, but we didn't conquer any other land. We just, if we the land was large, it could be a little bit upper side of peninsula. We could be there. Maybe it was there, but not more than that. So that's how we learn when we were in school, like middle school and high school. So they have this concept. That's the exactly reaction that Japan wanted when they with our history. So I'm not trying to criticize him. I mean, most of Korean people have that kind of concept. They didn't really find out about like history or something. They don't really care about it, and they don't. This kind of people, they don't really care, and they might think that I kind of people they who care about history and try to find new information and try to tell you the newfoundly information to other people think crazy because they just feel we're crazy. They don't really find it. So there's like normal general reaction in Korea. So anyway, so I'm going to tell you about dongyi first. If you look at the Wikipedia or search engine, you can find it right away. But these kind of people really don't like to do it. And even wiki, it says like 고구려, 부여, 삼한, 백제, 신라, 옥저, 동예. This kind of country. It's like a mainstream of Han, people of 한민족. I mean Korean. The people of Korean, their mainstream is from there. So they used to call them dongyi. Once Han Empire arose, they considered like outsider people as a savage people. Even like they are in the middle, on the right side. On the right side they are dongyi. On the left side they are Seoyung. North side 북적, and southern they are Namman. So they are all savages. So they were like, oh God, now we are center of the world, and then they just put everybody as a savage people. I'm going to read to you. This is what I found from Wiki, and I'm not going to pronounce it in Chinese or Japanese. I'm going to pronounce it in Korean because I'm going to tell you later. I feel like I have so many homework to do, but you have to know that even this Chinese word is made by Korean. dongyi. I'm going to explain it later, but I'm not going to pronounce it in Chinese or Japanese. Even we say 대학, even two word university. Japanese say daigaku, full word. They don't even know how to read Chinese. In even Chinese also, we say two word, two Chinese letter, 북경, but they read it like Beijing, three word. So we call them 짱콜라, which means they don't know how to read and they don't know how to pronounce. Anyway, I'm going to explain later. So here, 후한서 동의전 부여 음루 거구려 동옥저 예한 they are 동의 and 삼국지 위서 오환 선비 동의전 동해 부여 고구려 옥저 외 and 진서 this is every history book these are history book written by Chinese with old time very old time and 진서 사이전 부여 마한 진안 숙신 외인 송서 남제서 양서 위서 주서 수서 남북조 시대 동의전 이만전 동남이전 부당서 신당서 고구려 백제 신라. So this is the concept made by Han people. So we didn't make that concept. So they are in the middle on the eastern side. There's many countries like 음루, 부여, 옥저, 예, Han. And this country considered to be our ancestor. So dongyi is us. Who else? If you go farther to the east, it's all huge ocean, Pacific Ocean. You mean if dongyi is not us, are these people talking about like whale or something, fish, or sharks? I don't know. Do you think they don't know? Do you think these Han people know about Indian? I don't know. Maybe Indian is like one of dongyi or something. So this is funny. I don't know what they're trying to say. They just want to say, we are not the great. Maybe Chinese word is made by dongyi, but dongyi is not us. I don't know what I'm talking about, what other dongyi I'm talking about, but not us, not Korean. Fucked up. And this guy said, in the mainland China, there are so many other like people, other ethnic like Han, Jung, or Sunbi, or Ohan, or many people they mingle together. So I cannot say that Confucius is one of Korean. What the it doesn't make any sense because in like America, if you are Smith, your father was Smith, your grandfather was Smith, your grandfather was Smith. So for a long time, maybe your great grandfather mingled with other like many people, so you cannot say Smith. It's the same thing. So we are talking about history. What people he is from. I mean, what kind of culture and who was his father really come from? I mean, where's bloodstream really start from? So what kind of people he is more close to? So he's more close to dongyi. I'm not talking about his descendants. I mean him. Maybe his descendants maybe mingled with other people and they could change their last name or something. But I'm talking about Confucius. Even if you find from the wiki, they all say it's Korean. I didn't find something. I didn't read the book. Something you couldn't find, or I didn't made it, or I didn't go ask to some people who is really crazy or something. You can just find it online. Wikipedia search engine. And if you see very first page of Chinese history, they said their first ancestor is Hanwan. But which is funny is that even in China, they made a museum about ancestor of dongyi people. And Hunwan, but he is even dongyi because his father was dongyi and his grandfather was dongyi. And then these Han people, I don't know what they try to insist, but even nowadays, they try to change like history, but in what way? Which way? But nowadays, there are many people who care about the truth of Far East history. They are finding out that Goryeo, Silla were in China mainland, eastern side of China mainland, which they called people of Dongyi very long time ago, after Han dynasty was arose. But the lyrics, there are so many lyrics in China eastern land, but they don't exhume. There are so many excuses, so much money they have to spend, and to discover the lyrics, we have to destroy all these like park and apartment and everything, and they are really worried if they're going to ruin the lyrics or something. Even Japanese, they do it. There's a huge tomb, right? But which was considered to be like one of Baekje or Shila's royal family's tomb, but they don't excuse. There are so many excuses. It's dangerous or something. Anyway, but in Korea, do you know what happened? If you try to build an apartment or try to make a park or something, we have to do the foundation construction work, right? When we do that, if we find the lyric, we just stop everything and we do exhume the lyrics to find out where it's come from and what era and whose lyric is it, everything for research. But in China, Japan, they don't do it. They just cover it, and they don't do it anymore. Maybe the government, they know something, but they just cover it. Let's get back to the people of Han. So this is the concept they made during the Han Dynasty. Let's see these articles. So from University of Lanzhou, bioscience Xiao Sadong, professor, did DNA test of people who lived in northern western side of China mainland, and also middle of China. They are considered to be pure Han people. But there was almost like 2,000, 3,000 years ago. Maybe it could be possible. But these people, mainly Jung, which the people of Han called savage people. Seoyung. So, Mr. Shea, Professor Shea, said the people of Han could be divided by the region, but by the DNA test, there are no particular result as an ethnic. Even by the DNA scientific test by the Chinese professor, there's no particular result. And these Han people also considered to be the people from the West, which Han people used to call savage. Qin Shi Huang's Jin dynasty also built by these people, which they call savage. The Han Empire, they try to make their own history. Maybe they wanted to say they are higher class than the others. But if you look all through the Chinese history, these Han people was subjugated classes. Seonbi and Yeojin and Goran and Hyungno and Dongyi, which they called savage people. They always conquered the China mainland. Even look at the last kingdom of China, Qing dynasty. They are Yeojin, which is Dongyi. So nowadays, they call Zhongguo the Han people, and they made a new country. Mao Zedong is really respected person in China, but do you know what he did at the first time? He ruined every lyrics and historical sites, and even Confucius. They destroyed everything because maybe Mao Zedong knew it. Oh, he's not. We are not dongyi, and these our lyrics in mainland China, their lyrics are not ours. So I think that's why they try to destroy everything. But even now, even they find it, they don't exhume. They exhume, they don't they don't appear to the other world. They just they have to spend some time to make it up. Even people of Han, the word is derived from the people Hua people. But you know what is Hua means? Ha means the Ha dynasty, and Hua means like blossom. So the descendants of this Ha dynasty blossomed new culture or new civilization or something. But as I told you before, this Ha dynasty is made by Honan, who was one of Dongyi people. During this 4,000 years, I mean, 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000 years, there's only 300 years maybe. The regime by the Han people, this China mainland, maybe 300 years. In that perspective, nowadays China is occupied the communist who wants to be called as a Han people. So in socially or historically, I don't know, but if you go like scientific, there's no such a thing as a like ethnic of Han or people of Han. It's just a concept. If people know the real history, China mainland will be shattered in many pieces. If you go search engine, find the IQ ranking of the world, the Koreans it's like always at the first place or second place. But I can't explain the reason because we were nomad. We scientifically it's discovered that nomad people, they always moving around and they have to adjust to the new environment, and during all this process, their brain could be developed. So if we were dongyi, we were nomad, that is explainable. But if you said we were maybe like 3,000 and 2,000 years, we were just stayed in the peninsula and attacked by the Chinese and attacked by Japanese and other countries, and we were always subjugated class, then what the fuck? Are we kind of alien or something? So if you see Korean history, there are so many episodes that even like General Lee Sun-shin, he defeated Japanese with the only 12 ship. The Japanese ship has more than 300. And even not only China, you can go like Su, Tang, Chinese old country, their troops always like 1 million or half million or came to like conquer peninsula. We always win the war. How? It's impossible. So our history is really, there's so long path to go. Anyway, so this time I was talking about people of Han and Dongyi. So if you have any questions, just please write a comment, and I recommend you to find out or go search engine or Wikipedia. If you have something curious or something, just find out first. Okay, it doesn't take more than 10 minutes. Don't think through your head. Inside of your head usually don't have many things. Okay, so this is it. So I'll see you next time. I was going to do many other different contents, not only about history, but it happened to be. See ya.